Hey guys, this video is going to be about hatchling leopard gecko care. I had 2 hatchlings hatch out, so I figured it'd be a good time to make the video. Alright, so I house them in a racking system, and I use these 6-quart tubs. They're about 5-6 inches wide and about a foot long, roughly, so they work pretty good. I would not recommend housing your hatchlings together because they can get picked on and some can drop their tail, or it's just, and I also find they grow better and housed individually. So the setups are very basic. I mean, they don't need a lot. As hides, you can use toilet paper rolls, egg carton crates, and anything really. I prefer to use these meat packing trays. I get them at the food market. Usually I'll just ask the meat manager guy, whatever, and he'll give me a bunch of them. So I just cut a hole in the side. You can give them a water bowl. I don't for the first 2 to 3 weeks because it's a little hard for them to find, and they will not eat until their first shed, which is about 2 to 7 days after hatching. So what I do is I get a paper towel. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. You fold it up into a square. Sorry, it'll be just a second. I'm actually going to set it down for just a second. Alright. So I placed the paper towels in the corner, which in my racking systems it has 3-inch flex watt heat tape in the back of it. So this is right over the heat device. Then you want to just spray it down. This will help them shed for the first time, and it'll give them some moisture, and they'll drink from it and stuff. So, and then after they eat, and about 2 weeks after, I give them a water dish, and I don't do that unless they're shedding. But just place the hide over that, and it'll build up moisture on the bottom of the styrofoam. And then you don't need a food dish for, like I said, the week, like after they hatch out. But I go ahead and put them in just to be ready. So, and once I notice that they've shed, and usually you can tell that they've pooped on the paper towel a little bit, and that's usually after they've shed because they eat their shed skin. So yeah, then their food dish. It's very important to give your hatchlings calcium. It helps their bones grow and stuff. It's really good for them. I do calcium and vitamin powder. I do 2 parts of this and 1 part calcium. So when I go to feed them for the first time, I'll put their mealworms in their dish, and then I'll sprinkle some of this in there, and it also gut loads the mealworms. They'll eat it and stuff, and the geckos will lick it up. So that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and put the hatchlings away. These are 2 Max Nose Het for Blizzard. So hatchlings are pretty jumpy, so I would not recommend picking them up because they can drop their tail and stuff. So as you can tell, he's screaming. I don't know if you can hear him, but so yeah, this is a basic setup you can have. I keep them like this until they're about 35-40 grams, and then I move them up either into breeding groups in 32-quart tubs, or I'll do individual tubs in 15 quarts. So, but this will last them quite a while. And then you want to keep record, if you're doing breeding projects and stuff, you want to keep record of what the babies are and their genetics, because sometimes they might be het or something, and you can't tell without knowing what the genetics are in it. So I always write on the container what they are. then I write the date. Oh, sorry. I write the date. And these were incubated to be female. So I go ahead and write the female with the degree symbol showing that it was incubated for female. And then I write the pairing, which was a super hypo tangerine to a blizzard super snow. Sorry, it's kind of hard to write like this. And basically that's how I label my containers. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. That's really all there is to it. It's just important to feed them every couple days. I like to have a constant supply of mealworms in their dishes. I breed my own mealworms, so that's always helpful. You basically can get them up to 40 grams in 4 or 5 months doing this simple setup and feeding them like that. And it's very important to give them the vitamins and calcium. If you're keeping them in an aquarium, it's very similar to this. I mean, you can use the same setup, and but you'd want to use either an under tank heat mat or an over tank heat lamp. I prefer the heat mats because generally they hide, so if they're hiding in one of their habitats, it'll provide them warmth and they won't have to come out to bask in the heat light or whatever. But that's pretty much all there is to it. If I forgot anything, feel free to send me a message and I'll fix that, or if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Alright, thanks for watching.